It's a warm summer night. Although you are tired from the work of the day, you are looking at the stars. You notice that something is different, something is missing. Oh no, where are they? They cannot. A group of 7 stars is gone. If the stories of your childhood were correct, humanity is doomed. The Sebetti are coming. Hi and welcome to my channel. As you probably know, today is Halloween, and therefore I want to talk with you about something creepy, or at least mysterious. And I spent a lot of time thinking about possible topics regarding the video, and I chose something that was not really present on YouTube, something that you have probably never heard of. And this meant a lot of research, so I would be really happy if you could give this video a like. But for now, let me tell you about the Sebetti. The Sebetti, or the Seven, are a group of Mesopotamian demons. Starting in the 3rd millennium BC, they are mentioned in multiple hundred sources. They are described as evil and antagonistic creatures, feasting from human flesh. They know no mercy, and only the will of the gods prevents them from destroying humanity. Sometimes they are also described as the bringers of plague and agitation. If I could, I would show you a depiction of them, but there are none. It seems like there was a lack of knowledge regarding their identity. Even the gods are unable to describe them besides their evil characteristics. It seems like they were creatures unknown to heaven and earth. He summoned the first and instructed him, "Wherever you go, spread terror, you have no equal." He says to the second, "Burn like fire, scorch like flame." To the third, "Look like a lion, the one who sees you is annihilated." He says to the fourth, "May a mountain fall to your fearsome weapons." To the fifth he said, "As the wind, blow about and encircle." To the sixth, "Go everywhere, below and above, and do not spare anyone." The seventh he gave venom, saying, "Slay what lives." One of the most famous stories regarding the Sebetti is the poem of Erra. Erra was a Mesopotamian god of plague. In the poem, he's angry at humanity. Their noise annoys him, and he feels like they have lost respect. Here, the Sebetti enter the game. They convince Erra of declaring war on humanity. "Shall we eat woman's bread like those who do not go on campaign? Shall we tremble with fear like those untried in battle? For man to go on campaign is like a festival, but he who stays in town can never eat enough, not even as ruler. He is vilified by his people, his standing diminished. How can he measure up to a veteran soldier, however sturdy a civilian's muscles? How can he wax strong as a veteran soldier? The luxury bread of town cannot compare with the loaf baked in ashes. Sweet pale ale cannot compare with water from a leather bottle. A palace on a terrace cannot compare with a bivouac in the open. O valiant Erra, go forth on campaign and rattle your weapons." This suggests that the Sebetti see war as a good way to control population and to ensure their feed. He who lives in a city will never eat enough, even as a ruler. They also prefer a nomadic life over living in a city. Here is a clash between the new and the old world. Settlements versus hunter-gatherers. They also have another argument. "And we who once knew mountain passes have forgotten every route. Cobwebs are spun on our battle kit. Our sweet bows turned rebel, too stiff for our strength. Our sharp arrows tip is blunt, our daggers gone rusty for lack of bloodshed." They want a war because they are bored. They want a war because they want to use their weapons. Erra agrees with the Sebetti and sends them to Mesopotamia, where they wreak havoc. They not only destroy cities and kill innocent humans, but they also cause something that can be described as a state of total madness. Tribes begin to kill their own. Brother kills brother. At the end, only another god can convince Erra to return back to heaven. At one point, Even Marduk, the king of the Babylonian pantheon, has to flee. However, another story tells us that Marduk eventually captures the Sebetti and exiles them to the sky. There, they can be still seen today. One thing that differentiates the Sebetti from modern demons was that they were visible to anyone who had some knowledge about the sky. They were usually associated with the Pleiades, a group of 7 or at least 7 visible stars. People who are familiar with ancient myths know that the Pleiades were often associated with mythical creatures. For example, in ancient Greek, they were associated with nymphs. Just imagine the fear of observing their disappearance from sky. From our perspective, it seems irrational, but we have to see the world with their eyes. From all we know, the people of the Bronze Age and early Iron Age did not differentiate between myth and reality. Their world was a combination of both. Sadly, we lost this magic. But now let us talk about the question that is in your head. Who were the Sebetti? Well, if we believe the sources, there are some godlike creatures, but I think that any myth originates in truth. Therefore, I would suggest that the idea of the Sebetti originates from the time of the Neolithic Revolution, when humans began to live in settlements. The life of the first settlers was really hard and the average lifespan dropped rapidly. Living in settlements was also accompanied by hard work. Therefore, I would suggest that there was a group of people, we could call them warriors, who preferred to steal the food of others rather than work for their own. Remember, he who lives in cities shall never eat enough. I think the Sebetti were humans. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Bye.